What up, what up, what up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Young SMOOVE. That's me. Let's go. Yo, I'm coming at you with some of the hottest, dopest interviews from my city, your city. You already know what it is. And not to mention the fact, I got my R&B only that I'm coming back to on TikTok. Where we jam out to the hottest R&B. Keep in mind, we're going to chop it up, hear about the latest and greatest in hip-hop and more with my good friends and good times. And if you ain't watching, what's wrong with you, bitch? Either way, push the damn button and let's start the show. Yeah, let's go. Perfect. What up, what up, what up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Young SMOOVE. That's me. Let's go. Yo, today we're kicking it with a true creative out of Baltimore, an artist, songwriter, and voice of the city's club scene, amongst other things, Colada Pen. Okay, from her music to her presence in Dark City Beneath the Beat, she represents the raw, unfiltered energy that makes Baltimore culture what it is. She's worked alongside the names like Mighty Mark and TT the artist, helping push the sound forward while still keeping it true to her roots. But beyond the music, she's someone who keeps it real, whether it's her thoughts, her art, or how she shows up online. You're always getting her authenticity. So today, we driving into a journey of her creativity and what it really means to be a voice of Baltimore. Let's get into it. And this is Kicking It with Young Smoove. Let's go. Come on, Colada Pen. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, Young Smoove? It's great to see you. It's amazing to see you again.
Yes,
happy to be here.
Let me tell you something. For y'all that don't know, you must go back in the archive, and the archive is deep. People fail to realize I really have actually been doing this for almost 9 years. Crazy. I've never had anything this consistent other than my marriage in my life. Like, and we're still married now, so there's that.
That's
but
good.
I've never had anything like this consistent, and it's crazy. But for those that don't know, Colada was one of the first people. I'm going to tell my side of that story.
Okay.
So one more time because it's so funny to me. So I knew Neffy from another rap circuit, all of the things, and she was having a listening party for Raw and Uncut, and she had worked on it, fast forwarding throughout all of the stuff. So she then invites me to a listening party. Now at the time, I'm fresh, I'm new. I had just did an interview with her for like a week or two, for the podcast or whatever. So I then go ahead and also see Colada. Like Colada's song Stupid comes like up on my timeline. Like it's flooding my fucking timeline at the time. I'm like, who is this girl? Then I'm looking, I'm like, she from Baltimore. And then TT's verse comes on to it. I'm like, oh my God, I love it. Love the song. Play the fucking song out. Do you hear me? I made everyone. Do you remember that night at the goddamn what was the beat battle party? No, I'm sorry. It was the beat battle party.
Somewhere.
So when you originally met me officially
at a studio, right?
No, at the listening party. At Neffy's listening party. It was the pre-listening party. That's when you originally met me. Then you said to me, and I quote, "Oh, you is real." I said, "You know what?"
Hey, yo, yeah, because you were showing me so much love online.
I said, "You know what?" I said, "My God, today." I said, "What is going on here?"
You were showing me so much love online, yo. And then when I actually saw you in person, I was like, "Oh."
Yes. And I was so nervous. I'm like, "Oh, she a real artist. She'll what, what I'm saying? No, she'll really want it. No, I'm gonna be good." My God, today, and it has been love, genuine love, ever goddamn since. My God,
man,
my God, today. When I tell you, I literally still had the first album. The first album, actually, I used to play that shit while I was playing Call of Duty.
Whoa!
I used to play it all the time.
People and listening to R&B.
baby, all the time, every single time. That's actually all jokes aside. Like that's how I got into TT because it
Yeah.
came in, and once Insecure came in, and she
Yeah.
is a 5-time Insecurist, I was
Hmm.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that I would listen to the soundtrack and play the game. I didn't realize that it was TT until later on. I was like, hold on, wait
Yeah.
a minute. Like, wait a damn minute. Yes, absolutely. So
Yeah.
so it's there. But yes, that is how my love for Colada has surfaced. So first off, how are you feeling today? Like, how are you?
I am okay. I'm actually living even more. If you thought I was authentic then, I'm living even more in my authenticity now.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just I don't know what you had planned for the interview today, but I will touch on this. Taking care of my mental health. So
Perfect.
I'm
Perfect.
just finding out that myself, along with a lot of Black women, specifically, hey, we all are.
Yeah, no,
um,
that's me retrying to focus this goddamn camera.
oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
I
That's
thought
me.
you was raising your hand for the mental health part,
But
but
on the mental health part, exactly. I'm for that. I'm raising it. That's it. Go ahead.
yeah. So I actually recently just got diagnosed at my big age with ADHD, and I've been living with it
Sure.
for my entire life. And
Yep.
if I can be honest with you and be very transparent, I have yet to and still have not been able to be consistent and meet my goals that I've set for myself in regards to my musicianship and my professionalism within the industry because
Mm.
of my mental disability that I was completely unaware of. So
Which a lot
like
of us are. A lot of us are
yeah,
in that state. Yeah.
a lot of people
Yep.
are unaware. I was misdiagnosed as bipolar, and
Hmm.
I was given incorrect medication. ADHD is a dopamine deficiency, and they were
Mm.
giving me a serotonin supplement, which is like
Got you.
it takes your dopamine even lower. So it was
Right.
technically it was making everything worse for me.
Hmm.
But what I've learned in the process is you can and will get things done. It's just never quite in order.
Yeah.
And then it's also hard to stay consistent with things because you're constantly in search of a dopamine rush. So unless you have like that procrastination feeling for things, or
Hmm.
it's something that truly interests you to the point where you're hyper focused on it, it's very, very, very hard to get things done, and it's very hard to complete things. And
Sure.
it forced me into teamwork, which is what I wound up doing to actually accomplish goals. I had to work with people that could get shit done.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And take
that's
on
part
those
of it.
other tasks that it's like where you feel like you might be dropping a ball just a smidge, but they're like, no,
Yeah,
I can pick this up for you. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. One, I want to start off by saying thank you for that and allowing that, trusting me with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of times people are like, especially in our community,
Oh yeah, for sure.
we have the tendency to be like, oh well, I don't really want to tell nobody this, that, and the third, and I
Yeah.
think it's massively important. Like right now, I'm gonna be a little vulnerable. What I'm actually going through
Hmm.
is that my wife is diagnosed with endometrial cancer,
Oh,
and
sorry to hear that.
um, so we are hopeful. We are very
Yeah.
hopeful. The doctor that we went to go see today, she we got a real good recommendation for Dr. Dwight M, and
Hmm.
he is one of the top robotic oncologists in the country.
Oh wow,
So
that's good. That's so good.
I'm very hopeful. It's about us all taking action to take care of our health.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, your boy was almost up out of here. My blood pressure was ridiculously high last year, hence
Yeah.
my health journey.
Yeah.
Um, I also am going to therapy.
Yeah.
Like, and I
Oh
was going
yeah.
to therapy. I literally started therapy last week.
Hmm.
Well, found a new therapist last week,
Yeah. Okay.
and literally right before that, because everything had really just been fine. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel overwhelmed as much as I did before.
Yeah.
Things are just leveling out, and they kind of are where they are. But you always want a third party to look at your shit a little
Oh
differently.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
And be
sure.
like, hey, how does this work? How does this operate? So it wasn't until this diagnosis came up that I was like, yeah, I really needed this time. I really
Yeah.
needed this time because I have to be transparent. I have to look at a lens of being a husband for over 20 years
Yeah.
and what would that look like if not? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think that we have to have those vulnerable and honest conversations and say the truth and say the true shit.
Yeah.
Shit,
Oh yeah.
everybody's fucked up. Everybody fucked up.
Oh yeah.
We're
Oh yeah.
we're in Trump's America. It's fine. It's fine.
Everybody got something going on.
It,
We're all dealing with
we
something.
are all dealing, but
Yeah.
now that we know that your energy is good and you're getting through stuff, for people that are just getting introduced to you, who is Colada Pen in your own words?
Ooh. Okay. So Colada Pen is, I definitely would say that she is my alter ego. So that's obviously not my government. Um, but I feel like I'm much more authentic in that space when I become a creative.
Hmm.
Um, I'm much more confident in the way that I move. Um, I'm definitely just a creator. I love creating anything in regards to ideas manifesting into reality in regards to the arts,
Hmm.
whether it be cooking, whether it be music, whether it be film, writing, whatever the case. I'm very, very well versed in every field of the arts and entertainment specifically. So
Hmm.
that's who I would like to say that Colada Pen is. And she's a professional. She's a professional entertainer.
Right, I might have to get your chickpea recipe too,
I got you.
because
I
that
got you.
chickpea recipe was looking
I
pretty
still
good.
make that. I still
Was it?
make that. Was it the chickpeas and kale? That one?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yep, I got you. I will send it to
Okay, cool. Definitely send it to me.
you.
Um, so for those that don't know, where did the name come from?
So I started making music when I was about 15. As far as using like a production DAW,
Hmm.
I started using Fruity Loops. My mom was at the time dating a DJ, and he was helping me with my music. And he was like, "Hey, I want to help you write this song. This blah blah blah. See, you're interested in music? Okay, cool. We produced the song. Actually, I produced and wrote the song." And he was like, "Well, you got to come up with a name for yourself." So I was like, "I don't know." And then my mom stepped in. She's like, "Well, what do you like? What do you like?" And I was like, "I like pina coladas. I like pina coladas a lot. Like that was my favorite thing because I'm a coconut fanatic. I love coconuts.
Yeah,
So like, and my
like I
mom
love
just,
coconut milk now. That's my thing.
yes, that and
Hmm.
coconut milk, coconut water. I love
Hmm.
coconut and coconut. The crazy thing about coconut is that's one of those things either you like it or you hate it type thing.
Yeah.
As I'm
Yep.
experiencing other people, and I love it. So,
Hmm.
um, my mom used to always make me pina coladas, like probably from the time I was like 13 to this day, but she would
Hmm.
make me obviously the virgin ones.
Right.
so I was like, I like pina coladas, like pina coladas. She was like, okay, well, what do you think about that name, pina colada? And I was like, maybe just colada. And I'm like, okay, and then around that time, um, people were like naming themselves after drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People coming out, Remy Ma, Cardi B, stuff like
Oh no.
me to get started back in.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. So yeah, so my mom made like the best pina coladas. We calculated it down from pina colada to colada. I started working with some local artists who have since then become international artists. Test Me, at the time, Lace and Kid, who were big producers from the city,
Hmm.
Smash and Spielberg, Crip,
Hmm.
and then that's how I met TT and started working with her back then. And Test Me will always call me Colada Pen. So he would always say Colada Pen, Colada Pen.
Right.
And
Right.
so I adapted the pen on the end of it, and it correlates with me being a writer. And I just stuck with it that way.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the drug.
And that's what he and that's I didn't get the relevance of it, but
Yeah.
that's what a lot of, unfortunately, Baltimore is really big in drug culture and
Baby.
pimp and hoe culture, stuff like that. So I'm coming
Right.
in green and I'm
Hmm.
liking it because I'm like, okay, that's hard. And it also, and being a writer, you use a lot of metaphors. So
Right.
it does correlate into the sound of it as well.
Hmm. And,
So
and your
yeah.
and your pen game, because your pen game is disgusting. It is
Thank you.
it is crazy.
Thank you.
So speaking of Baltimore, but how has or what has the environment was like kind of growing up here in Baltimore, and how did it affect your music?
I had a really good childhood. So my
And thank you
age,
for saying that, because most people don't say that. Everybody be like, "Oh, my childhood was," look,
I had a great childhood, and I think that's honestly,
man.
I'm hanging on by a thread right now. But that's the only thing that's keeping me above water, is probably the fact that I had a really good
Really
childhood, an
good.
active
Yeah.
mother, active father.
Yeah.
Um, Although they weren't together, I did not grow
Yeah.
up in a two-parent household. I did. My family and my cousins and things like that came from two-parent households, stuff like that. My dad's been
Yeah.
married.
Yeah.
So I was very big with family. We love cooking and stuff like that. And Baltimore, for the most part, for me growing up, because again, I'm undiagnosed ADHD.
Yeah.
People that have ADHD tend to be significantly smarter than other people when it comes to figuring things out. Not necessarily smarter on one end, but a lot
Mhm.
quicker with gauging things and figuring things out. So I was one of those special kids. I was one of
Yeah.
those kids that they will always talk about. They need to skip her, but they stopped skipping kids. I think in my generation, my year.
Mhm.
So I did go through every grade along with everyone else, but I was always in like a gifted and talented program. I pretty much whizzed through everything growing up. However, I was also, an inner city kid. So I did, when I got old enough, middle school and stuff like that, I would go to a recreation hall,
Mhm.
and they had different rec centers and stuff like that. And we would do poetry slams there. So that's how I
Mm.
started getting into, and that was like slightly before I started like really producing. I was a poet.
Yeah.
So I had
Yeah.
been I had been always have been writing since I was like 4 years old. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And you can tell because the poetry like just runs well in the songs, because like stupid was like mouth hanging open. Oh, let me tell you something. You know what? You know what's crazy? That particular one of the other particular nights that we were there, that we were all there,
Hmm.
we were at the Gold Room, and I want to say before it dropped, I think it might have been your time for your album to drop. Once that album dropped, the
Hmm.
fact that I had been around so much, everybody that was there that night was like, "How the fuck does he know all the words?" Because I listened to it so
Over
many
and
times, so many times. I was in that bitch like a groupie. Like,
over.
I'm singing Lust, I'm singing Stupid. I'm like, I'm in that bitch like a groupie.
Oh my gosh. I
We
appreciate the
singing
love.
Lotus and shit. The track with you and Neffy, like I am in this bitch like a fucking groupie.
I appreciate the love because that means that the craft is good.
Oh, it's
It
so
really
it's
does.
so good. But you know what? And I think what the difference is, one thing that I love about you, that you cut through the noise at that time. So we're talking that 2017, 18, 19 situation. You cut
Mhm.
through the noise at that time where it was a lot of hip hop, and we were like, okay, shit,
Yeah.
and shit was happening, and
Yeah.
the female hip hop game was changing immensely. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we're just like, okay, all of this is changing. And then all of a sudden you just see something that was like, nigga, is we sitting on a stoop? Is we is we out here just being carefree and fresh on this bitch? I was like, oh. And so it made me like, even like if you ever go back, if anybody ever goes back, please make sure y'all still run the numbers up on Stupid, because it's an amazing video, but it just made me feel like, oh, okay. And then it highlighted our city just delicately in the background enough to be like, huh, yeah, we out here. So you know what I mean?
Yes.
So we out here. So yeah, I was like, for me, I always feel like you cut your artistry cuts through the noise, especially when it's changing, which I'm excited, and we'll talk a little bit more about
Mhm.
that as well. So from let's access. So how did Baltimore actually shape your sound as an artist?
Oh wow. Um whew. Baltimore is really, really a cesspool of great artists.
It is. It
It
is.
really is. It's
It
it's
really
just
is.
is. It's so much. It's and the sad part about it is a lot of it stems from trauma. A
Right?
lot of it stems from poverty. A lot of it stems from, a lot of the negative things that Baltimore has been known for. And we have sat at the top of the list for murder rates for decades.
Decades.
And we're
Decades.
just getting to the point where we're not there,
Do
and
you know Chicago beat us one time?
yeah, I remember that. I
Like
remember.
that's
And they were like
sad.
celebrating, and I'm like, what?
What?
We don't care. We don't want this. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it definitely it shaped my music so much because I've 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 been blessed enough to have music education in my life since I was in pre-K. So
Hmm.
I was beating sticks together in pre-K, ta ta ti ti ta in it,
Yeah.
up until I got to high school and I was playing trumpet and percussion and things like that, which helped to mold my musicianship. So
Hmm.
it definitely number one goes to the music educators that
Yeah.
we had in Baltimore at the time. Um, Also, just life. The
Hmm.
9 o'clock club mix every Friday night.
Let's
You
go in.
know.
Let's go in because me and Mark talked about this too, and I'm very much
Hmm.
so. Baby, it was a time. These kids
Hmm.
know nothing. It
The
was
way I
a
used to run, sit in the car if I couldn't get a radio somewhere at 9 o'clock every Friday night.
what?
What? What?
What?
The way and then here's the thing. Guess what? My favorite song coming up was the Witch Doctor. What do you like about
Like,
my uncle's best friend is K Life. I did not.
really?
I had been around K Life all my fucking life. My uncle
That's
was a big DJ
crazy.
from here also, so I grew up seeing crates of milk crates full of records.
Records,
I grew
right?
up seeing turntables just in the
Hmm.
basement. I grew up around K Life. Um, my godfather is Roy Braxton. Um, then I'm my mentor John Cash. Like I'm dealing with like a lot of people that you just have genuine and built genuine relationships with,
Yeah,
that you don't even know who they really are and the impact that they've had on the city. So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
so that part of it, me coming up, um growing up here, 9 o'clock mix. I remember I had to do a paper on Billie Holiday, so I had to sing her. I
Yes,
had the poetry I was dealing with. I was a huge fan of Langston Hughes and Maya
still am,
Angelou
still
and
am.
Zora Neale Hurston.
Of course.
Like so I really came up in the epitome of what shaped and molded me um throughout my childhood, let alone
Hmm.
when I became an adult. And then the other part, my family is from my father's side, is from Virginia. So I would take rides with my dad, 4 hour drives to Virginia
Hmm.
at
Oh, they was
least
in
two
the
to three
heart of
times a
Virginia.
year. Yeah, yeah. At
They
least two
was
to
in the
three
heart of
times a
Virginia.
year. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That was a ride. So what you think we was doing on them 4 hour rides?
he was
Listening to
listening to that
music.
music, right?
Listening to music. So he was getting me on all the old hip hop, special ed. So I learned how to rap from one of my favorites, Pharoah March. Like so, like I
Love
listened
her
to
much.
I listened to all of the rap. He would put my favorite song was always Teddy Pendergrass Love TKO. So like I fell into the R&B with that. And then I fell into the rock because his favorite band and my favorite band also was the Police. So he would always have me listening to the Police.
I love the
Um,
police.
and yeah, so like I grew up well. My father cultured me so much in music that
So
I
good.
listened to everything. And the only thing
So
he
good.
didn't like force me to listen to was club music because
It was
I
always
was
around.
I was it was yeah, that was us
Yep.
anyway. So I was
Yep.
always listening to that.
Do
But
you
yeah.
know it's so good to be able to have that kind of like dichotomy in your life? Like, I remember a time when like my people even played country, like my
Mm-hmm.
great aunt played country
Mm-hmm.
music.
Mm-hmm.
Like they played country music and gospel music. It was
Yes.
like
Yep.
Water and like a Yolanda
On
Adams,
the
like it
record
all
player.
like went
Mm-hmm.
together.
Mm-hmm.
And like I would always say, and I say it every time when we talk about R&B, of course, my favorites will always be like Luther, Whitney,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Mariah,
yeah.
so on and so forth, because that's my
Yeah.
era. But I
Yeah.
literally still to this day, and I've said it several times, I said it last season, I'm saying it this season again because I'm still doing it. I
Okay.
literally listen to A House Is Not Home.
I love that song. I love
It
that
is
song too.
7 fucking minutes, but it is I put the bitch on repeat. I will top down that motherfucker and be like, a house is not home. Let me tell y'all something. If you ever see me in person and in real life, I'm gonna be real honest with you. One or two things is happening. Either I am singing ridiculously loud. It especially in my car. Do you know how much I'm paying for that motherfucker? Yes, I'm singing loud
Oh,
at a
that's right.
light and all of the things. Windows down, all the. You know, I make white people put their windows up.
Oh my gosh.
Give a fuck. You know how much money I'm paying for this? I'm sorry that you're not amused in your vehicle.
Oh my gosh.
Please, I
I
don't
love it though.
care.
I love it.
I don't care. And to be honest, you can you can ask so many people about that. Back in the day, a couple years ago, when your album was out, it was you that was
Oh,
blasting through. It was you who was blasting through the speakers. I got stopped. This is when I still had my charger. I had gotten
mhm.
stopped by people who was like, "Who is that you playing?" Da 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 da. I've been in parking lots.
Oh my gosh.
Playing it. And so people have been like, "What are you playing?" I was like, "That's my bitch." Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
crazy
love it.
shit,
Thank
crazy shit.
you.
You're ever so welcome. And then, like what they don't understand, yes, the 9 o'clock mix, but what they also miss, and I said this in one of my posts on TikTok, where is the love zone?
That I listened to that too because that was right after.
Right.
That was right after. So
Where
I
is
caught
the
that.
love zone?
We need that back.
We need it back.
We need that back. I did catch, so I did listen to the Love Zone, not every night. I got
Yeah,
that club mix every time it came
every
on, but
time.
the Love
Every
Zone
time.
was also what was it, Shy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite songs also that I heard for the first time on the Love Zone.
Which
Um
because
yeah.
and it was the first time that you heard it in both versions, because you would sometimes hear it at a certain part of the hour where it would be the acapella version, and then
Right,
sometimes you would hear it with,
right,
with the music.
right. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, because I was like, what is it about this song I really, really like? And it's
because
because
you got to hear
it's
it
that
twice.
song writing. It was
Yep.
that writing and that melody set on its own without a
Oh,
beat and still hit every
no,
time. That's how
no.
you know you
Best.
got
You
a
know
good
what the
song.
best song was?
Which
Moments
one?
in Love. It was
Moments.
dun, 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 dun,
Oh
dun,
God,
dun, dun,
yes.
dun.
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
Because I was
Yo,
like,
you know
yeah,
that
yeah,
song is
yeah.
like, it's
Hardly
like
any
that song is
words.
like 7, 8 minutes. No, I'm lying. That song is damn near, if you really listen to the whole thing, 10 minutes.
Oh yeah,
10
yeah.
minutes.
I love
But
that. I love
when
that.
I tell you that song is the shit, and
Yeah.
like you, that's how you knew when somebody was going out for like it was a cigarette break or a smoke
Or
break, or they had
a
a bathroom break and
bathroom,
shit.
a bathroom
Mhm.
break. Yes.
Yeah, because that song would just be on.
I love it. I
It
still
is,
love that song to
and it's
this
just like,
day.
for instance, I wore my sweatshirt the other day, but
Oh,
I was talking to Larry Lancaster, and he does
hmm,
WEAA,
hmm,
and I remember on Fridays they used to do the strictly hip hop.
yeah,
To this day, because I would listen to it so much, and this is why the radio still means so much to people. I would
yeah.
listen to it so much. Do you know I still hear in my head, if I say 88.9, the first thing I hear is Mobb Deep's Win or Lose,
Oh
because
my gosh.
that's the song. Whoever was on there would play that song all the time
Oh my
throughout the
gosh.
mix. Bro, I was like, yo, Win or Lose. And
I love that too
I
though.
just said it. I just said it now. It's in
Yeah.
my head. I'm
Oh yeah.
hearing it in the back of my head.
Oh my
Good
gosh.
and that's what good music does. It
Yes.
does.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
That's it. It also, I miss the regulation.
Ah,
Um, because you know it needs to be filtered through the right people. It needs to be filtered
sure.
through the right ears. It needs to be you know, mixed the right way. It needs to be produced the right way because
Yeah.
I might be able to write the hell out of a song, but and I can produce also. But I
Mhm.
know my strong point is like just the meat and potatoes of the songwriting and sometimes a little bit of layering,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, good
You
music
know,
will put you change your mood.
what I love though? I love the new era. I'm listening to, at this point, like Duran Bernard, Kate Renata,
Hmm, hmm.
just kind of, so just to name a few. But what I love and loved about our era was, if you really listen to an album in its
Hmm,
entirety,
hmm.
it was the structure of putting it together and having those songs hit in a
Yes,
certain way. And
yes.
bottom line, usually, depending
Yeah.
on how long the album was. Your Freaky D song came in track 8, track 9. like, like your love song that was a little lustful came in
Right.
right around 8 or 9 because you didn't know how
Right.
long this album was gonna be, but it'll be right there, and it was so great. And you could
Yeah.
always you could set your watch to that. And
Hmm.
nowadays
Hmm.
it's just like we're putting up a whole bunch of singles, and we're just like,
That's the formula, and I, I can't
I
get
don't
with it.
like it. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
like
like it
it.
at all. And
I don't
I
like it.
still, I want to put out. We have one thing I do like. We have freedom to do what we want.
Sure.
Especially me being independent still. So from my perspective and my goal and the way that my brain functions, I would just put an album out anyway and just have a strong ass album project, whatever the case. Maybe 10 songs, so it's not too much, not too little. But then from that, pick the singles. I want to do my shit the old school way, man. I want to do what
Yo,
people typically do, 2 singles. I want to put an album out. Who says I can't put an album out? I can put a fucking album out if I want
you
to.
could definitely put a fucking album on. And then not only that, like it's the anticipation. Now I will say this.
Yeah.
I believe that the reason that we'll never get the visuals is because for Beyonce is because it's just at first my thought process was it was her taking it back to the old school. You sit
Yeah.
with the music. Prince
Mm-hmm.
made you sit with the music.
Mm-hmm.
There were no visuals until you were fully sitting with the music. We
Yep.
might get it after Act 3. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But what I do know is like I like the fact that you're taking it back to that. Like there is even on Renaissance. I didn't even listen to Renaissance like that when it first came out. I really didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my thing, but kind of not really. I'm like, Beyonce, I'll catch you on the next one, especially because I know there are 3 acts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but here's the thing: it's so infectious that I now know every word on that goddamn Renaissance out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't even know how I know these songs.
Yeah,
but then
it's a formula. It's a formula. Tried and true.
Then Cowboy Carter, my God, it is so good. It is so good because I think people gotta realize what she said was it's not just a country album; it's a Beyonce album, and it was number one. Number two, not only was it that, it was like it had all elements of country. Like you had your regular bluegrass country to like your spaghetti westerns of country. Like, so it had every element of it. It wasn't just one genre in it. So
exactly. I'm kind of upset about the snub they tried to do after she showed you her musicianship. Like, respect that lady.
Look, let me tell you something. Respect that lady, because nigga, y'all getting 3-hour shows.
Yeah,
you're getting 3-hour shows. Not only that, respect that lady, because we just had Coachella and nobody cared. So nobody cared. People wanted to be in the desert for pictures. Nobody cared. After Coachella, no one gives a shit. Like nobody wants to go and see any of that. So who cares? I'm not in the desert to watch Justin Bieber on a goddamn laptop. That's not happening. It's not fucking happening.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so when did you realize that music was something that you wanted to take seriously? Like, when did you say, "Yep, it's in my spirit. I can't do anything else about this"?
I think when I was like 7. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 7, I still do, oh God, a very vivid imagination. And I will always imagine myself like just singing for huge crowds of people. And I have the worst fucking social anxiety, yo. I don't know why.
We all do. Why you think I'm doing it like this? I'm tired of people. That's fine.
I hate crowds, bro. But I always saw myself like on stage performing. And I've done that. I have, successfully done that a few times, but my personal goal with myself is, again, consistency, because that does not come with the mental disorder that I have. It just doesn't come with it, so it's all over the place.
And it's a funny thing, because it's like, I think you and I have something very much so in common. Sometimes we just face whatever that fear is. You know what I'm saying? And just put it head on. Because like, I've done this for over 9 years and hated my voice. Hated it.
I was just getting ready to compliment you on your voice. Like,
thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hated it for a long time. But I had to learn to, if you are going to be on a self journey of loving and loving yourself, you have to start loving the pieces individually. And
Yes.
you have to understand that this is part of your gift. So
Yeah.
if it's part of your gift, you need to nurture it. You need to love it. Because here's the thing: when we had COVID, very, very, very big, I
Mm-hmm.
had bronchitis on top of my COVID.
Oof.
So I was unable to breathe and unable to speak. And I
Oh.
had to pray the prayer of God. And mind you, I was doing this at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like, God, please. The one thing that I love and I cherish is to be able to
Yeah.
speak. So I was like,
Yeah.
yo, if I can't speak, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I was
God.
great, I'm kind of like at the same point, very grateful
Mm-hmm.
for that. So what I say to all of that is, always just take the pieces. Just take the pieces that we love. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you can't walk out in the crowd all the time like that,
Yeah.
take the piece that, hey, you've done some shit. you, you got some shit
Yeah.
done. Just take
Yeah.
the pieces. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Hell, and that's why I'm like, yo, I'm almost over like 300 episodes, and I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, I did that.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. We're getting up there. We are getting up there in episodes. Now I had to take a couple of weeks off, but it's coming back. Plus, not to mention the fact of now doing this, and this was the other thing that was my fear too, was also being on camera. Was
Oh yeah.
not
Yeah.
a big
Same. Same
on
here.
camera person. Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, like, baby, I was introduced to this in I was introduced to this in a audio sense. Like, I didn't want to stray away
Yeah.
from it. But now that
Yeah.
podcasting has changed so much into it, I have to give people both, or they'll lose that affection. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely. So your tracks like Lust and Insane have a certain energy. How would you describe what your sound is? And even though that's the older sound,
Yeah.
describe that sound plus what the new sound is at this point.
Um, I've actually like submitted my music and gotten it like, I don't know. I don't want to say diagnosed, but I don't know what to say. But I've gotten it. I've gotten actually like a title for what type of music I do, and the only thing I can say is like alternative. Um, because regardless, it's like what you just stated with Beyonce. She did an entire country album, but it incorporated all different parts of it. It incorporated a lot of fusion,
Uh-huh.
and that's what I feel like is winning in music is fusion. Number one.
Mhm.
Number two, that's what I've always done. I've always kind of incorporated R&B into hip hop, and or right now I'm doing alternative hip hop, which is more like a rock, um, EDM type hip hop
Sure.
R&B. It's
Sure.
so much shit mixed in, like I can't even give you a solid. Um, I say
Description of what
fusion.
that
Yeah,
what that
yeah,
yeah what that sounds like. I
yeah,
mean, but that's good though, because I think that does not equate you to be in a box. You know what I'm
true.
saying to you? And you've
Yeah,
never, even as an artist, period, you've never been in a box, because you have, like you have your songs, even with Stupid. Like, if we just want to focus, um, uh, if we just want to focus mainly on Stupid,
yeah.
the sound of it is soul, neo soul, and club all
Hmm.
in one. You know what I'm saying? All in one thing. So, like, yeah, you
Yeah,
really, you kind of push the envelope on all of those things, and I think that's what makes you such a dope creative. That there's
thank you.
never a level of not thinking outside the box. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this is why you're here. Number one, today. This is why you're sitting on this particular podcast today. So there's that. What's your creative process like when you're making music? Because I have witnessed it. BT Dubs. I have witnessed it, because we talked about the song beforehand, Love on Deck,
Hmm.
which, again, all-time fave. Even
Oh,
though
thank
the all-time favorite song. I can hear the shit now. But
you.
like, I've witnessed your process, like, especially when you worked with Crav in the beginning. Like,
Hmm. Oh
I
yeah,
I used to see,
yeah.
like, your energy with that, but like, how do you work with, like, new producers, new artists, so on and so forth now?
So I actually have been working alone.
Really?
I have been working alone. So if I don't know if you've been, I don't post too often. I was trying to do a
I've seen.
daily thing.
I've been in your lives recently. Yes.
Yeah, so I do post. I'm actually in this space now. I have my own stuff. So
Hmm.
I don't have to rely on outside entity
Assistance. Yeah.
yeah, in regards to my musicianship. And I'm honestly doing it to develop my ear
Hmm.
as an engineer and to develop my ear as a producer. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to certain things and incorporating less basic stuff. So I'm trying to add certain riffs to certain what it was missing something here. Let me add this. What does this sound like? What type of
Sure.
sonics do I need here? Things like that. So I'm working on self development in my musicianship. And then I always talk to my friends. Almost all of my friends are musicians.
Hmm.
So I'll either, hey, listen to this, tell me what you think, whatever, bounce ideas, stuff like that. And I've actually been working hands on more so with DJ Class
Okay.
as far as like my production. So the Crash Out song that's out now is
Hmm.
actually co-produced by DJ Class and mixed and mastered by DJ Class.
Perfect. Perfect.
Shout
And
out to
so
Boston.
when you're right. Shout out to Clash. So also when you start, like when you're in the midst of a song or a new song or a new creative comes in, a new creative moment comes into your mind, like what do you start? Are you starting with your vibe first? Are you starting with the words first? Are you starting with the beat first?
A lot of times for my own stuff, if I'm not, if somebody didn't submit me a track, a
Hmm.
lot of times I start with the bass line.
Yeah.
Uh, I always start with the bass line and I typically write to the bass line. I don't know why. My grandfather was an upright bassist in a jazz band sometime before my existence. And I don't know if that's why. Also in life, I
Hmm.
meet bass players. I got
Ooh.
into the band that I was in by being introduced to a bass player.
Hmm.
I was in Cali and I got picked up by Uber, and he happened to be Snoop Dogg's bass player for Dog Pound. So I'm
Oh,
just like, yo, my grandfather like working from having some type of way
right.
and through the music. So like, and even when I produce, again, I always start with that bass.
Yeah.
And I usually write from that. I write on a as clean and clear of a pad as I can.
Hmm.
Because if you're writing on a piece of paper, if it's words all over it, you're never going to see what you're writing. So the
Yeah.
same thing works sonically as far as your audio. The clearer and the cleaner it is and the less shit that's in there, the easier it is to flow to write
Hmm.
and compose the song. So
Yeah, because
yeah.
I actually if I write, like I've written
Mhm.
songs recently, like I'm just if I'm just writing, I still
Mhm.
actually physically write.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes I won't put it on my phone. Now if it's a
Mhm.
rap, I'll put it on the phone just
Yeah.
because usually
Yeah.
I need it to be. But if it's something that I'm writing, I'll
Yeah.
put that on there. And
Yeah.
on top of that, I don't know if I told you this. I'm actually writing a book too.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm writing a
I
book,
would
and
love
it's
to
actually
read.
oh, it's gonna be good. I'm
Mhm.
actually I want this to be low key, high key. I kind of wanted to be like the Black Harry Potter,
Hey,
like,
I'm not mad at that at all.
I want to be J.K. Rowling without the homophobia, but whatever. But like, I'm out here. I'm out here working, but
Understood.
I do want it to be right now it's actually kind of based in grief and Afrofuturism.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
definitely want to touch on some spiritual aspects of it, but also
Yeah.
show us in a magical light, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Because
You know
we
what I'm
are
saying?
magical beings. Very
Exactly.
much so.
Exactly. And speaking of magic, yours is more of a siren. But speaking of the magic, what emotions or stories are you trying to convey in your music?
Just my life. I mean,
Hmm.
anything that I write about is always a personal experience. And if it's not directly my own, it's sometimes someone very close to me that was comfortable enough with sharing their story with me. And I turn their story into a work of art. So,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. See? And that's always a positive. You have um worked with some heavy hitters, of course, especially in our city, like Mighty Mark and TT the artist. How did some of those collaborations come about for you?
Organically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met TT way before I started working with her. She actually had heard my music on MySpace. And
Wow.
I ran into her somewhere. I was at a club somewhere, and she's not from here.
Yeah.
And she was just like super friendly. She was like, "Hey, hi, my name's TC the artist." And I was like, "Hey." And I was just looking at her, and she was looking at me, and she was like, "Yeah, I really like your music, blah blah blah." And I'm looking to work, blah blah blah. And I was just like, "Okay, hey." And then like
You know
that
what?
was
You
it.
know what, nigga? You know what, nigga? That happens to you quite frequently because I know that we just talked about this as our story too. And people were like, "Hey, we love you." You're like, "Yeah, okay," but like, what? You just had this happen. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just thought about it. Like we just literally, you and I had that happen. What are you talking about? That's great. Crazy work.
That happened, and because I'm so socially awkward
Yeah.
that I don't receive those things well. And then on the
Yeah.
other side of me, like being like really like AUHD, AUDHD. In addition to that, I'm from Baltimore.
Do
So
right.
like you naturally carry this
The
aura
shield
of
and the
not
shit.
being friendly. No matter how friendly you want to be. And I'm bubbly. I'm actually very bubbly and very happy most of the time.
Right,
But when
right, right.
people approach me, and if I'm not in a space where I can be completely open and get to know you and become that, being from Baltimore, I masked my entire life
Mm-hmm.
through my childhood and
Mm-hmm.
through a lot of my adult life. I
Yeah.
pretended to be, something that I wasn't, and I'm really a potato. And like and I say that because I don't know if you know the reference is, in a pot of boiling water, you're either an egg or a potato. One hardens and one softens. So
Yes.
so
Yes.
at the end of the
Good
day,
reference. Good reference.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with a city full of boiling water, you really have to choose. You
Just
have
don't
to
be
make
a
a choice.
crab.
My God, and here's the thing, our city is changing.
Hmm.
What people fail to realize is that it is a very artsy city. It is
Oh yeah.
really, really artsy.
Yeah.
They are allegedly supposed to be breaking ground on like a amphitheater that
Hmm.
will be like directly downtown, like off of Light Street, and it's gonna sorry, amphitheater, I should say. I'm sorry. And
Yeah.
it's gonna, be really huge and musically will be definitely great for the city.
Yeah.
Um but it's something about it. And if the question of the day and every day is, if someone is not from here, describe what Baltimore feels like for you. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
all right. So we're not nice, but we're kind.
We are.
Um, it's once you get it, you get it.
Hmm.
Once you're in, you're in.
Hmm.
Yes, you will be tested. Yes,
Gratefully.
you will get a few little moments where you had to prove yourself and prove to people that you're not no whore. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
before you actually get in. Um, and I honestly, for a long time, I was like, dang, why did God put me here
Hmm.
in this place? Why was I here? And then as I look back on it, I realized that I'm one of the pioneers, and
Mm.
not necessarily, you know, um, I'll talk to you off camera about some whole other stuff, but
We'll get there.
yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, pioneers a lot of times may not get the glory of their successors.
Hmm.
Pioneers a lot of times may not blow up as big as the people that come behind them, but
Hmm.
they are paving the way and making the way easier for those that come behind them to be able to be successful. So we take a lot of the blunt, we're frontliners. We take a
Yeah.
lot of the blunt hits from
Hmm.
being the first line, in a literal war zone,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and the other thing is, this being a war zone is so disproportionate and so unfortunate that within our community, although it is, like I said, a cesspool of musicians, within our community of the artist world, we have lost so many of us.
Hmm.
And it's disproportionate to, yes, the murder rate's been high. Yes, the um that alone in the city and the state. But so many of those people, 9 times out of 10, whenever I hear about somebody losing their life, it was one of us. It
Yeah.
was always an artist. It was always a musician, a comedian, somebody that was a heavy hitter within our community that was losing their
Sure.
life to either drugs, depression, disease, you know, and violence
Violence.
and
Yeah.
violence, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And we we're a city that is it is very particular. Like, you do hold a lot on your back. Like, I have gone other places and said that I'm from Baltimore. And also, there's two layers to being from Baltimore.
Hmm.
One, you could be like myself, who's from Baltimore County, which
Hmm.
I understand that and I get that. My niggas don't test my shit, okay?
Wait a minute, you choppy.
Okay. So, like, we I do you could do all the things if you're from Baltimore County, you know what I'm saying, and from Baltimore
Yeah.
City. Like, I still do it. It's to go into different places, and I'll go into places and they will literally be like, "Are you from Baltimore?" I was also in theater. I was also
Okay.
in theater. So it really it's about honing that talent. Like, I don't necessarily
Hmm.
always do the twos, dues, blues, cruise, all that stuff. I don't do it all the time because
Yeah.
I know because I know, but and you just kind of speak a different way. But it is the
Yeah.
weirdest shit to go somewhere else and they really be like, so you from Baltimore? Is it like The Wire? Wait, what?
Yeah, it's always get that. Or where your gun? I know
I
you
was
got a gun in your purse.
why? Like, why? There's no reason to have it anyway. I'm home. I'm not home. So
Yep.
what's the point?
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So also, oh, this is the night, and I actually talked to Mark. I'm doing this again. Don't judge my life.
Oh, no.
I also talked to Mark about this too. It's the AI thing on there, and if I move my hand a certain way, it always makes me forget that I need to take it off, but I don't care after a while. Um, being part of Dark City Beneath the Beat was huge. Um, what moment mean for you? And I'm gonna tell you some funny shit about what happened with me. Go ahead.
Okay. Could you repeat the last part of the question for me?
Oh yeah, so it being part of Dark City Beneath the Beat was huge. What did that moment mean for you?
Oh wow. Phew, a lot. Um,
Hmm.
a lot. It was very pivotal. It was a very pivotal time in my life, and I've only had, I want to say, maybe like two, and that was my first opportunity to appear on film, um, like nationwide.
Yeah,
Because my
yeah.
first time on radio was with Test Me, and Power Hitters, and then that was huge for me because that was my first time actually getting into film and having an IMDb and
Hmm.
stuff like that. So it was huge for me, but it also was um, a very emotional time as well because the story was told, and it's even a deeper story behind that as well. You know, with the
Sure,
things
sure.
that were going on in life during that
I think
times.
also the which I've talked to Mighty Mark about this too. It was the unnecessary backlash behind it
Oh
too
yeah, yeah,
from our city, and it just was like, this is unnecessary. So
yeah.
it just didn't track. But I will say this, and I told Mark this too. I was so excited. I was like, nigga, I was there that night. It was the beat battle
Yeah,
night.
yeah, yep,
And
yep.
I literally was there. I was like, because whatever outfit you had on, I still
Mhm.
had that picture of you. And I was like,
The striped suit,
so distraction. I'm like, wait a
striped
minute,
suit.
hold on.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it right. I'm watching it because first of all, I'm watching it the day it airs on Netflix. Immediately. I am like,
Oh,
I'm in it. Gotta watch it.
yeah,
So I'm watching it, and I look at the party. I said, I know that
yeah.
party. Like, I look at my phone. I look at this picture. I was like, I was there
Yeah,
that night.
in the
So yeah,
room.
I was in the room. So I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's so great. And we did. We had enemy and had no idea because TC was very guerrilla style with it. Like, everything about it
Yeah,
was very in and out. But I absolutely love that light that we got from our city. And I'll say it again. I
yeah,
mean it 100%. My whole thing with that is this. It was so many old heads that had something to say on the back end of it, but none of you have set foot in those rooms to be able to have our city highlighted in that way. You didn't step foot in the room because here's the thing. Yes, all of that happened. Yes, you saw the glitz and the glam afterwards, but you saw none of the stuff that the girl had to go through on the back end.
mm-hmm.
Hence why I really want to have a conversation with TT, but I'm just saying
Oh yeah,
you have no
yeah,
idea what she had to
yep,
go through on the back end of it. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? So
yep.
this is why I'm this is why some days I have a love-hate relationship with my city. I'm like, y'all fuck niggas say a lot
The
of shit.
creators are not the pioneers. The creators are not the pioneers, but some
Right.
of the creators have been very, very helpful in our journey. I will say that.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely. So on social media, you keep it real. You're very candid, very you. How important is it to have an authentic brand these days?
Very important, especially, and I'm a private person, but the way that the world is going, people are literally selling their lives online. You have to have
Sure.
a story of some sort to be able to draw a crowd, and unfortunately a lot of it centers around drama and things like that. So I try to incorporate other things um that just aren't filled with all of that chaos, because there are other
Yeah.
things that go on in your life that may not be filled with the chaos. And because I'm an educator and I teach music and things like that, I show my creative process to maybe help the next person see what type of measures I use to do things or whatever the case. So
Mhm.
I would like to continue to educate. It may not get the most numbers. That's fine. I get people coming in that talk to me that just want to talk to somebody and want to speak to somebody that's being kind to them for the moment. So I preach kindness too. Yes, I did cuss
Yeah.
somebody out the other day. Yes, I did.
Fine.
Yes, I did.
It's fine.
But
It's fine.
but for the most part, you gotta be kind. You
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I've been doing yoga recently, and one of the things that my yoga instructor Chelsea Jackson Roberts on Peloton, love her so
okay?
much. One of the
Okay.
things that Chelsea says is that you are a level between r- ratchetness and righteousness, and that
Mm-hmm.
you can be the both ends. You
Yes.
know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So
Yes.
you don't have to come to a point of, yeah, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, just
Got it.
and that's just the bottom line. Like, I ain't a killer, you know what I'm saying? So,
Got it.
and I believe in that, and I believe like, um, one of the things that I love about the way in which you're doing this now is that it doesn't feel forced. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like you're just trying to personify just to put on for a camera. And
Yeah.
here's the thing, I am pushing my YouTube algorithm to not be like that.
Yeah.
Like the red pill shit,
Yeah.
like all that. I can't. I need you to be as authentic or someone that I have followed for years. And
Yeah.
fortunately enough, I got some other things in the world. I'm telling you, once this series comes out, it's gonna be crazy. It's some new hitters on this, and I'm very proud.
Can't
Very
wait.
proud of myself.
Very
Um,
good.
so what is one thing that people may get misunderstood about you?
Um, I think people think I'm a whore
Oh my god, no, why? What?
because I'm
Like, wait
because,
a minute,
because I'm a kind
no.
person. Not whore in the sense of prostitute. Not
Oh,
that
okay,
kind
I was about to say please, because I was like,
of
wait a minute, how did we get here?
not that kind of whore. I
Okay.
think that people think I'm a whore
Yeah.
because I'm kind. Um and then I have to
And when
show
you
them
say
that
it,
I'm not.
you when you say it, so people that don't know, which you mean it in the Baltimore sense, like, bitch, I'm not no
Yeah.
whore. Like,
Yeah.
I got you. I feel yes, I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Like no, absolutely not. So like I think that people, you know, that again it's another show for another day, but people will do things that will a lot of times want you to contribute towards the murder rate, and you have to find alternative routes,
Sure.
to be able
Sure.
to get things done. So it really, that's like, yeah, that's like the
Yeah.
biggest misconception, is that, you know and then I think the other part is just that, me being a woman in a male dominated
Mm.
field, a lot of times you're
Sure.
not taken as seriously as you should be,
Hmm.
because some men and some people just look at us as subhuman. Let
Right.
alone, I'm dealing with two things on my back as being a black woman, and then being a woman,
Right.
and those things can create a fucking world of problems, that you
Sure.
wouldn't have to
Sure.
deal with
Sure.
if you weren't.
And I have to respect, I respect that, because I have to live in my privilege, because it's like, as a man, there are some things that I don't deal with in that way. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yep.
it's always it's the handshake and the boys club shit. But then at the end of the day, it it behooves niggas like me to stand up for women like you, because it behooves me to be like, nah, sometimes y'all just fuck niggas just because you're fuck niggas. And I see it, and I don't have time for it. Stop this.
And
Lastly,
it's not all, but
it's not.
it's again, it's disproportionate. It's disproportionate
Sure.
in this industry. It's disproportionate in this industry. You got to think that most people that are artists are already traumatized, because they have to find an outlet that is not violent, or they're trying to find an
Sure.
outlet to release the stress without
And the
doing
pain.
anyone harm. So
Mhm.
that part of it is a challenge in itself. But you're dealing with other people within that same industry who got issues. Somebody
Mhm.
might have been molested, and somebody might have dealt with seeing a murder, or somebody might have dealt with this or whatever. They're carrying that every day.
Right.
That's why it
Right.
really pays to be kind to other people, and it really pays to respect other people, and
Mhm.
just carry a certain level of integrity with yourself, because you really do not know what other people are going through, and other people really don't know what you're going through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially considering that a lot of times people just don't speak about it.
Sure. Sure. So what keeps you grounded when things get a little bit overwhelming?
My son, um being in the house. um
It's a beautiful thing. Like, I don't understand why people was upset during COVID. Like, shit, I could be in a house.
I enjoy I enjoy a certain level of solitude. I have a lot less anxiety when I'm by myself. Again,
Sure.
always music, reading. Oh, I love reading. I like a good book.
Mhm.
Sometimes a flight. A
What are
flight
you
is
reading?
actually grounding.
What are you reading
Oh,
now?
I read the same books over and over. I read The Hours of Watching God over and over and over again.
Mhm.
And then I actually found a new book. I cannot think of the name of it, but it's about a young lady. I think she's from New York or Pennsylvania. That's a boxer. And I actually found the author on Instagram and commended her for writing that book. It was a really, really good book.
Good.
Once I get offline, I will send you the name of the book, but it's really, really
Sure.
good.
Are you, because don't hate me, but are you a page turning person, or are you audiobook?
Oh, pages. I gotta touch the paper, and yeah, I can't.
So I'm equally both now.
What?
Because I'm equally both. Here's the thing, because especially like in the earlier part of the pandemic, like I was doing, and I still am, and I like do Grubhub or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I sometimes, like, when it comes to like the fall, when we get into like the end of the summer, the earlier part of fall, instead of listening to music, because I played music out, I got my shit all loud and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I like to listen to audiobooks, and I listen to podcasts, and I literally can do, like, my favorite book is Ready Player One and Ready Player Two, which are
Okay.
an amazing ass sequel.
Did
Ready
they do
Player
a
One
movie out of that?
ended up, did, but part
Okay.
two, my
Mm-hmm.
God, part two is so fucking good.
Okay. Okay.
So good. They have a
Okay.
whole there's a whole portion in part two that I think that they would never be able to clear for a movie, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
best part of the movie. And it's
Okay.
where the lesbian character, the black
Mm-hmm.
female lesbian character,
Mm-hmm.
actually has a battle off with Prince and all of his different eras of being Prince
Oh wow.
in that
Oh
digital
yeah, that's
world.
gonna be hard to
Like,
do.
I don't think, yeah, I don't think it would ever come to fruition. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if they ever made another movie like the second book is crazy. And not only
Yeah.
that, I think I get into books so deeply, right? And even an audiobook. So I'm listening to that audiobook. I got through it. I love the book. My mind
Hmm.
leads into the imagination, this, that, and the third. I read the first one. I go directly to read the second one.
Okay.
Bro, I got mad in the middle. Like, why the fuck would you do this? Because I not the spoiler, but I'm like, why the fuck would you do this? But you fail to realize that characters need arcs.
Oh
And
yeah.
they
Oh
have
yeah.
to have arcs, and they
Yeah.
had it. And so it was like you just finished the first book, but you get into the
Yeah.
second book, and you have to, have them have that learning arc all over again for whatever's
Yeah.
going on. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, bro, I was so pissed. I was so pissed. But I say that to say I got all of that from audiobook. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
So sometimes, I mean, if your
Yeah.
imagination is like that and you don't
Yeah.
have time to physically read it, you
Right.
know what I'm
Especially if I'm
saying?
driving a lot, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it put me in a world. There are books I went back on. I read like Be More Careful all over again.
Okay. I
Um,
remember that one.
uh, right. And then there's a whole like trilogy to that. I had those all
Yeah.
over again. And what got me into it was Sister Soldiers, The Coldest Winter Ever. When the
Hmm.
second book came out,
The second one. Yeah.
the narrator is Nia Long.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it is so good. I don't have to speed
Yeah.
it up. It's nothing. It's just
Yeah.
so good. And then I read a lot of biographies as well, like Issa's and
Okay.
Yvonne's and Taraji's and so on and so forth. The only thing I love, Taraji, I love you. Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me when I say this. I don't want Taraji to ever narrate a book again.
Oh gosh.
Taraji is so nasaled that it was painful to get through it. It was a little painful
Oh
to get through
man.
it. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That, I mean,
But
it's a gift. The voices are gifts, you know.
yeah, and there's a level of, like, for instance, I love that this person answers me on I guess I'm calling it Twitter.
Hmm.
Answers me on
You
Twitter,
talking about
but
threads?
no, X actually, but
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, I hate calling it X. But Cree Summer actually
Oh, nice.
responds back. I love Cree. And I
Yeah, I love her
said,
voice.
you could read anything. I don't give a
Yes. Oh
shit.
my gosh.
Just read
Oh my gosh.
me anything.
Yes.
Um, but anyway, I'm sorry we got off topic. But
No, it's okay. It's okay.
so what is next for Colada Pen? Any new new projects coming out that we need to look forward to?
Yes. So I would like to formally introduce you to Ego Death if you aren't already aware. I will get you a
Okay.
t-shirt in the near future. Ego
Okay.
Death is our alternative hip hop band. It's a
So
live
good.
band.
Such a
Um,
good name. Such a good name.
thank you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
also very relevant to our experiences. But we are um, actually getting ready to release a single called Godzilla. There's
Mm,
lots of good things happening around that particular song. And then myself, I just released Crash Out, which is
mhm,
a club single, which is produced by Baltimore and DJ Class. And then I have the Sneaker exhibition coming up, and I think that is in June. I think it's June 28th.
okay.
So, so that's something I will also send you an invite to.
I'm about to say
And
because
I'll
I
be
might have to
doing R
pop
and B more
out.
than likely. Oh, what'd you
Yes,
say?
and I might have to pop out. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I've been so introverted recently. I know it's
It's fine.
unnecessary for, and
It's
what
fine.
it's people find that to be weird for someone who has such a big personality. I just
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like my
It's okay.
home.
You
I
can
like my
exist in
home.
both spaces. I'm learning
I
that.
can.
You can
I
exist in
can
both spaces. Sometimes you might want to talk a lot. Sometimes you might not want to talk at all.
at
And
all.
sometimes you
At
need to go
all.
outside a little bit. And sometimes, sometimes you just need to get out the house. And then
Yeah.
sometimes you need to stay in the house.
It's nice. It is nice. Like even like when we talked about this, I think we talked about it one time, like the room that I'm in now. Like again,
Mhm.
I created this through COVID. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
nice. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. Oh, yeah. I
painted.
remember talking to you
I
about that.
bought
Yes.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I did all of this during COVID. So it's just like I, yeah, I'm good. I'm
Yeah, I
okay.
understand.
I made my space comfortable, so I'm
Yeah.
good. So we're gonna do just a quick round of just some some quick snips.
Okay.
Baltimore versus mainstream music. What are they missing?
What is Baltimore missing, or what is mainstream missing?
What is Baltimore? Yeah, what is Baltimore missing? More club music or more mainstream music?
Um, Considering the fact that literally we literally were the pioneers of that, and right after we did that movie,
Yeah.
all of a sudden everybody's doing club music. Um,
Or
I don't know.
mainstream music?
'Cause you see that, right? You
Yeah,
see that
sure,
the
I
industry
did.
the
I
industry
did.
has completely capitalized off of our sound, with the
Yo, like I said,
exception of
When TT put the like was like 5 songs that
hmm
used her beats, I was
hmm
like, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So there's that. There's
Yeah,
that.
everybody is using our sound at this point. And the only
Hmm.
person I can say that has actually successfully pushed it was obviously like artists like DJ Class, who did the I'm the shit. Um, you know, what was it, the WAP that came out, which was a sample
Was
from um us,
yeah. Hmm.
yeah, so a lot of our music is not necessarily missing mainstream, because again, we're not only the club one of the club capitals in the world, let alone in the nation. We're also
Hmm.
a really big R&B capital, so Drew
Sure.
Hill, Rough
Rough
Ends,
ends. Yep.
um you know uh Crystal Waters, Neil
Colada
Conway.
pen.
Oh yeah, the Colada Pen. I would take that. I would love to
Like a lot of
in the
like
same sentence as those people. They're great. Neil
yeah.
Conway, I actually met when I was cashing checks. I used to cash checks for a living, not even in a bank, like a check cashing spot that was like next to a liquor store. I used to deal with crazy
Oh
shit all
shit.
day. But Neil came in and cashed a check that was like between $40,000 and $60,000. And we cashed it and gave it to him in a paper bag. And I
Hmm.
was like, "What do you do?" When I saw him, and I was like, "What is this?" Because it said like music royalty check on the check, and I
Mm.
was like, and that was right around the time that I first got on the radio. I was in my early 20s, and he was like, "Yeah, oh, this is a check from the song I did with Ti." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, this is one of the small ones." I said, "What?"
What?
And he was like,
Like
he was like, "Yeah, this is one of the checks from why you want to go and do that?" Because that's
oh
Crystal Waters' song.
yes, right, because it was the sample, right?
It's
Yeah.
Crystal Waters' song "Slow Down." Neil Conway
Hmm.
is her producer, so
Mm.
he got that check. And when he said that was a small check, and I was just like, "What?" And he was like, "Here, take my number. If you need anything, if you need any help with anything, just call me. If you got any questions, anything, call me." And I'm like, "Oh, so the niggas that's out here making it out," and Neil's not a nigga, but just pardon me, but the niggas that's out here really making money
Yeah.
are going to help you. And I
Yeah.
had to learn that the hard way, that the
Sure.
people that's really going to help you make money are going to be so open. They're going to be so free. They're carefree. They don't have no issues. They're fine. They want to help you, because if they're making money or they're helping you make money, you're going to help them make more money.
More money.
So like people like that are
Hmm.
always good to keep in the pocket and be able to speak to, even if it's for small stuff. And that's I don't ask for much. So like if it's small conversations, whatever, or just advice, things like that, I definitely use those opportunities to speak to those people that I have connections with, of course. Yeah.
And
But
you
we're
know
not missing too much
what's
of anything
crazy?
here in Baltimore.
But you know what's crazy? From that one question, you answered all of the other questions, which is
For
crazy.
real?
Yeah, I swear to you, you did. You answered, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. But you answered all the other questions, because I think I was going to be like,
Read the questions.
one thing. So one thing Baltimore does better than anybody else, which you said that, and then what's a truth about being an artist that nobody tells you, which you just answered that too. Yeah, that the people with money will help you. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm. They
And
will.
yeah, it's always got to be like really good. Most people that I know that are like my DJ.
Hmm.
I love my DJ. Damn, my DJ is DJ Evil Empire, which
Okay.
in the 2000s, in the 2010s, he was part of that mix of stuff.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
he also worked with like Footmo Squad and Rampage and so on and so forth.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. Okay.
like I get a chance to, he actually boosted my confidence because
Yeah.
I get a chance to host with him. So like
Yeah.
when he goes out to different events or whatever, I'm that
Hmm.
host. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
ask
Oh,
how somebody who wants to be so introverted will hype up a crowd, but I do it.
yes.
And I do it.
Yes.
And it just I found my niche. You know what I'm saying? So
Good. Good.
yeah, but
Let's hear
let me tell you something.
it.
This has been one of my best interviews ever because
Thank
this
you.
is not only my artist friend, this is my friend. Like I love the fact that your journey has led you musically to different places, has led you to understand about what your mental health looks like, what
Mhm.
regular health looks like. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I thank you for entrusting me with that because that is a huge portion of
Yeah.
that. So I have nothing but love and admiration and respect, and I'm a groupie and all the things. I am. It's fine. It's fine.
Same
Um,
here. I admire you just as much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But look, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Let me go ahead and wrap this out. Look, y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Colada, where can my people find you?
So you can find me on all streaming platforms. You can find my band Ego Death on YouTube only
Oh,
until we do our single release.
I
It is E
appreciate you
G
because
O
I'm a
D E F.
YouTube person.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's good stuff.
So
Hmm.
Ego Deaf, all one word, EGODEF. So
Hmm.
you can check out our last two most recent shows that we've done. And yeah, make the sneaker um exhibition. That would be great.
Oh, for sure.
Um, that's
And
what we have
it
coming up
gives me
as
an
well.
excuse. It gives me an excuse to buy new shoes.
Yes, yes, you have to
So,
have fresh sneakers on. You gotta have fresh sneakers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And that's okay because I already know which ones I want. Thank you.
Okay.
Gives me an
Yes.
excuse to put that in the budget. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so I am here for all the things. We got a little ego death. Yep, put that right there. That's gonna be up there for later.
Thank you.
Um, tell you something, I'm not playing with it. So look, we're going to end this out as we always do. Fear, false evidence appearing real. It's only real in your mind if you make it real in your mind. And Colada is a artist, a talent, a nurturer, someone who gives back to the community, someone who is a pillar in this music space. And if she believes that you can make it real, you definitely can make it real.
Yes.
But once again, I am your boy, Young SMOOVE. Y'all already know what it is, and I will see y'all next week. Possibly, y'all know I'm trying to be more consistent. Don't judge my life. Anyway,
Same
y'all.
here.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Good night. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. That's it. We done. We out of here. Hope y'all had a good time. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. On to the next. So make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Cause y'all already know what it is. We is outside. And that's on period. Yo, thanks so much for all the laughs. But that's all, folks. That's all she wrote. And until next time, y'all already know what I'ma do, what I'ma say.